It is such a joy, and I'm humbled to work with Joe. Joe is an example to me of all the things that I'm supposed to preach about, and he lives and exemplifies day in and day out.
Did you know that St. Vincent de Paul does more than operate a thrift store? They also provide social services to help people avoid becoming homeless. And Joseph Schudawa has worked with many clients over the years in furthering that mission. His dedication to our community is why he was chosen as the recipient of January's Community Service Award.
Mr. Schudawa was nominated by Father Jim Clifford of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, who noted that Mr. Schudawa has been the leader of the social services area at the organization for many years. He is present almost every day to provide leadership and to see clients on a regular basis. He has the unenjoyable task of making sure that the necessary funds are available to provide social services, as well as putting together very detailed and intricate reports, which are necessary for St. Vincent de Paul's donor organizations. Mr. Schudawa supervises the City of Medford's Housing and Urban Development Community Development Block Grant, which helps prevent vulnerable families and individuals from becoming homeless. He was also inspired to develop an additional housing program to help more people stay off the streets. Mr. Schudawa cares immensely for both the people served by the organization, as well as the many volunteers who carry out the Society's mission. Mr. Schudawa is continually encouraging the organization and its ministry, knowing that it can be difficult work and at times very discouraging. He is loved by all St. Vincent de Paul and is looked at as sort of a grandfatherly figure of wisdom, compassion, and love. Yet he is always challenging those around him to grow in their service. Mr. Schudawa has also served as financial secretary for the Knights of Columbus Council in Portland for 20 years, as well as for the Knights of Columbus Council in Central Point. He retired after 30 years of service in the United States Air Force. Thank you for your service, both active duty and reserves. Mr. Schudawa was married for 56 years to his lovely and ever-smiling wife, Gloria. They raised 2 beautiful daughters in a Christian home. They have been blessed with 3 grandchildren. The Board of Commissioners is grateful to Father Clifford for bringing Mr. Schudawa to our attention, and we are pleased to recognize him for his contribution to Jackson County. We believe Mr. Schudawa's efforts distinguish him as a citizen worthy of this January 2021 Community Service Award. Congratulations.
Hey.
Well, thank you very much. I just want to say, really, this whole thing isn't about me. It's about the crew we have. We have just an amazing group of people, starting with Father Jim Clifford right down there in the corner. I, by myself, I couldn't do anything. It just takes a whole group to do it. So this award really is for everybody, not just me, okay? But thank you very much. I'm very honored and I'm humbled to receive it.
Well, thank you. Today's the day we choose to honor you. So I'm going to let the other commissioners chime in here if they'd like. Commissioner Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I just want to say, Joe, it is about you today. And so thank you so much for your service and for your service to our country as well. It means so much. And your Christian influence in all you do. I sure appreciate that. We all need more of that in our world, and the wisdom and compassion that you bring to your work is much needed, and the hope. And we look for that a lot, and it's everywhere. We just see it in you, and thank you so much for all you've done.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd also like to add my thanks to you. We do know that in our community, organizations like yours and what you do for our community is absolutely crucial. We just, as a community, we wouldn't survive, and it's great to see that. And again, going off of what Commissioner Roberts says, I do understand that very well that, of course, was a group effort, but your time in the Air Force, I'm sure, taught you that everybody needs a ramrod and a leader, and you've obviously been that person. And so that's extremely important. So again, congratulations for all you've done and for your leadership, because that's very clear in this.
All right, thanks. I just want to make one more comment, and it was very gratifying, to see how this last year when we had the COVID thing and the wildfires and all of this, how the whole community really came together and I don't know how to put it, but raised, I guess, money in unprecedented manners. I mean, we have never had so much support in recent memory, or at least in my days, and it was really a very interesting year, I must say, and very, very, again, it's something we by ourselves could have never done. It took the whole community to get together and to do these things, So, and it's still going on, by the way. We're not done. Well, we'll never be done, but I mean, the last year was exceptional, I'd say.
No question. And we thank you for your large part in it. I'm going to let Father Clifford embarrass you a little further, even though you don't seem to be embarrassed easily.
I know he wrote up all this stuff,
Yeah.
and
I think he's got more to say, so we'll let him jump in here. Father Clifford.
I really can't add an awful lot more other than to say it is such a joy, and I'm humbled to work with Joe. Joe is an example to me of all the things that I'm supposed to preach about, and he lives and exemplifies day in and day out. His dedication to the poor and the vulnerable, never judging anyone, always there to try to even go one step further than even sometimes our guidelines say, so he can help one more person. And he really encourages us as volunteers to continue to grow in our vision and our mission towards the poor and the vulnerable and all the people that we have truly a privilege to serve. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you both. And congratulations again, Joe. And we appreciate what you do.
thank you. Okay.
Thank you.